Kristen White here at Book Expo America 2012, best-selling celebrity author TV. I'm here with Reid Rosenthal, and he is a historical romance writer, and he's got these tales out of the Wild West.
The Wild West begins in 1855.
1855. Were they having romance back then, Reid?
Well, we're sitting here, so I assume that somebody did somewhere. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's a good bet.
What did it look like back then?
Well, 1855, first of all, the story is about the disparate threads of lives of brave men and independent women that originate in Europe. And fate twists them together and kind of catapults them on a journey to America, none of them knowing each other, different social backgrounds, cultures, creeds, religions. It really is the story of us. I mean, it's a story of the melting pot. And 1855 is an amazing year in history. I mean, it's several years before the repeating rifle. It's right after the Singer sewing machine was invented. It's the second wave of the European immigration, and it's the beginnings of the tidal wave west, to the Rockies. So it's a nation on the cusp of greatness.
So to be a really great romance writer, you have to be a good historian.
You do have to be a good historian, and the books have won. It's a 16-book series. First two are out. Yeah, Threads West, Maps of Fate. Maps of Fate released April 17th. Both have been #1 national bestsellers.
I love that title, Maps of Fate.
Absolutely. Well,
you got to read the back of that cover.
You do have to read the back of the cover, actually. You have to read the whole book,
right.
Actually. The third book comes out in November, but the last book of the series, it's a 16-book series, is in the real time of the contemporary West. So it's an epic saga, 5 generations. It's a project. It's a big project.
I would say a 16-book romance sequence is a project.
Well, the romance.
Is it all written?
The romance is the fun part.
Yes.
Yeah. But the historical research that you were asking about, this series in the last 18 months has won 8 national awards, including Best Western, Best Romance, and Best Historical Fiction of the Year, right here in New York, actually. And the one I'm most proud of is the historical fiction, because that was the attaboy for all the research. Because when I'm writing these books, every horizontal surface in the ranch house, there's not even a place to put down a plate. That's how many papers are everywhere. Okay, I'm persona non grata. Nobody comes to visit me when I'm in the last throes of finishing a novel.
So when you were doing your research about this time period, was there anything that you discovered that surprised you?
Yeah, I was actually shocked. I mean, I thought I knew this time period, but I didn't know it at all. It's a magical moment of tumult in American history. The Indians are just starting to realize the white man can't be trusted. That whole sad, dark blotch on the pages of American history is beginning. The winds of war are flaring between North and South. The Missouri Compromise of 1854, the Compact of 1854 had been written. Nobody was following it. The entire slave situation was exploding across Kansas, and that violence was spreading east and west. And although there had been a migration to California for the gold beginning in 1848, everybody had bypassed the Rockies. And these characters are kind of catapulted. It's the threads of lives. That's the way. It's the threads of lives and how they intertwine into the tapestry of an emerging nation. In book 2, you meet an Oglala Sioux family, and you meet an older black couple who are slaves but are setting their lives for their sales of lives for freedom. And all these people are destined to meet and interrelate. Enmity, passion, mistrust, ambition, triumph, and in some cases, lethal surprise.
Ooh, lethal surprise. Give us an example of a lethal surprise.
Well, I'd be giving away a spoiler. Why don't we say it's 1855 and an arduous journey from Europe to the Rockies. And at that time, Cherry Creek, the precursor of Denver, was 305 people. Everybody had bypassed it. They were on their way to Sutter's Mill in California by Fort Laramie. Not everybody makes it.
Okay, I want to hear what happens in that one. But you don't have to tell me now. We'll keep it a surprise.
You'll have to read it.
I'll have to read the book.
Absolutely.
Okay, so where can we find these books?
You can find them in fine bookstores everywhere. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, iPad, Kindle, Nook. if you want to find the book, you can find it, and the website is www.threadswestseries.com. That's threadswestseries.com.
Threads, like THRE. Yes.
Sewing, correct.
Right.
Threadswestseries.com.
Well, Reid, thank you for being here with us at Book Expo America 2012, and it just sounds like a wonderful and exciting series, and I can tell you put a lot of great research into it.
Well, thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.